OSA are a great company. They've grown in the last 20 years to become Australia's leading network solutions and distribution company. But when you went to their previous website, you would never have known that, because although it was a great website, it was a product website and it was a technical website. So what was there was basically, if you knew OSA and you were landing to kind of choose a product, you could find it and you could have a chat with the guys about that. That was pretty much what it was. It didn't reflect the great company that OSA are. It didn't reflect a huge section of their business, which is around research and development. It's around developing solutions and testing those solutions for big companies, providing complete design solutions for massive projects like, for example, Northern Beaches Hospital, that kind of stuff. It just didn't reflect the range of services that this great company offer. It was also very technical. It was missing the emotional connection. It was missing the storytelling key of basically being able to take quite technical information and explain it in a way that a non-technical person can understand. And you know, it just wasn't reflective of the company that OSA is.
Like most companies, it was probably at a stalemate where you initially go out to a website company, they do your website, and you go, yeah, that's great. 6 months later, you look at it again and go, it's outdated because we're in a technology business. We need to keep updating it. And then customers are in saying, well, don't you sell this? And you go, oh yeah, I haven't got it on my website. So that's where we were initially. Then we went and did things internally. So we looked after ourselves. And again, it's finding the right time and the balance of people to do everything, which wasn't quite working well. I heard Deb speak at a function, and I thought, I like what I hear. So I got Deb in, and now couldn't be happier.
But a huge impact that I think we've had on OSA is providing them with professionals with high-level skill set working solely on their business, and I think it's freeing their time up to do what they're good at. So OSA, like many of the companies that we work for, have been trying to do this stuff in-house for a very long time, and you know, in-house people A, didn't have the skill set, and B, were getting pulled away to do other things. So what we did was put a dedicated team of professionals in place to solely work on their business, and that's just freed them up to get on with what they're good at.
The difference is I've left this to professionals that know how to do it and maintain it for me. We have access to a couple of really good key staff, such as Kathy, the story writer. So she pretty much writes content for us all the time and puts blogs on there and that, whereas we didn't have that time when we were doing it ourselves. You're relying on technical people to write stories that people that aren't technical are trying to read it, and it goes over their head, so they lose the message. Message is a lot clearer, and so our only issue now is keeping the contact up to Kathy because she's so far ahead.
Yeah, so it is hard to put a strategy together for a company like OSA. It takes actually quite a lot of skill, and you end up wearing a lot of hats. You've got to get that what we do for who message, that elevator pitch stuff front and center and really clearly articulated. You've got to get in there the why stuff, you know, why people do what they do for you inside that company, how they do that, and then layers of story to illustrate that and show happy customers using the product and using the service and really appreciating that service. So there's a huge amount of layered content that needs to go onto the website, and that needs to be presented in a way that both the user, the end user, and the search engines will love. The reason for that is it's really important with a company like OSA to make sure that they're coming up in Google search for key terms, because that grows their digital footprint and that's what grows their business ultimately. Now our working relationship with OSA is really streamlined. Week to week, key staff inside OSA are working with key staff inside our business. So for example, our storytellers working with key team members, our project managers are working with project managers inside OSA, our advertising team obviously working closely. So week to week, the key staff work together, and then once a week we sit around the table and go through all the strategy. So we go through end to end, all the results. We have a look at what OSA are planning. We do more of what works, we do less of what doesn't work so well, and we keep moving forwards.
Start off with a meeting between Deb, Kath and Hayley came to my office. They presented how they wanted to do this. I listened. I gave them what we had. Deb wrote 16 pages of notes. They went back to their office, came back a week later, spent another hour or so with me. We agreed on all the points. They went away. They dealt with a couple of my internal staff over a 4 to 6 week period. Next thing you know, the website was live. Very painless. I wasn't relied upon to hardly do anything other than say, here you go, proofread it, what do you think? Personally, I don't have to put much in other than Kathy just sends me information every week on what she's done. When she does a newsletter, she sends us, say, have a read, what do you think? Is there anything you want done? So I just look at that, but pretty much she's now in touch with all my key staff. If it's a product suite that they're involved with, she deals with them directly, and it's just a smooth transition, smooth, painless, easy.
We have a team of experts inside Brilliant Digital. So we have strategic ability. So we have digital strategists who know how to put a strategy together for a company like OSA to grow their digital footprint and to grow their brand online and to deliver that qualified, educated lead that they're looking for. We then have storytellers who can weave technical content into content that's entertaining and informative and that non-technical people can understand. And then our storytellers can brief video people who can then make amazing videos around that content. We have digital designers who can create beautiful websites, beautiful newsletters, banners, everything that needs to look really cool. We have programmers who can make sure it works. I mean, that's really, really important. They make sure our websites are beautifully built so that they don't get hacked, so that they work across all platforms, and so that when people press buttons, those buttons work. We have search engine optimization specialists who make sure that all the things that OSA need to come up on Google. And we have advertising and social media specialists who make sure that, key messaging is seen by people across multiple platforms.
They're great. From Deb, who looks at the overview, you've got Hayley in the background doing all the operational stuff, down to Kathy that's writing it all. So behind doors, they make it happen, and it doesn't impact my business. It only enhances it. They're getting more of the current technology information out there. They're getting it in a simpler format. They're getting it on a more regular basis.
I guess it's important to realise that there's no way a small business in Australia can afford to put that kind of team in-house. It's just too expensive. So by providing a complete end-to-end solution, we're able to put that team in-house for them by giving them hours of each person's time. All our clients become partners, all our clients become friends. It's really cool. We get genuinely excited when our clients get great results. We're on the journey with them, we're growing with them. If we're successful, then they're successful. It's a joint thing. So for us, all our clients become part of the Brilliant Digital family.
We treat all our key suppliers like partners. They're just an extended family of OSA. So anything to do with digital media marketing, Brilliant Digital is the go-to company.